Oh, how do I look?
Just be natural.
Be natural, of course.
Well, I would ask how you're. I'm over here. I would ask how you're feeling, but I can see the emotion. You're so happy. Can you just talk to me a little bit about what this moment feels like for you?
It feels like, I don't know, like, I won't say like a relief, but it's just like, okay, another step completed, and some people were like not convinced about my first appearance when I just really like made a big war, and won against like one of the, like very experimented fighter back in Paris, I mean, it was her 7th appearance, and I'm just like all green here, So yeah, I had to face Melissa this time, and I really wanted to just put on a show, make a big war and showcase my skills and make no mistakes like I could have done back in Paris, like and showing that I improved my wrestling, my grappling, and I think I did everything. I mean, I wanted to do, yeah, and it ended up in a TKO run too. So what can I, expect? More, that's just amazing, I'm so happy, It's like I wanted to make my people proud, and I think I succeed to do that, and that was very important to me. Yeah.
Were there any surprises in there? Anything that you didn't expect from her?
Absolutely not. Actually, what surprised me, I don't know, I thought she would push more, but I think she was like very tired because of the cutting, and I don't know, I felt in her former fights she was more grounded or something. I don't know, it's like, I don't know if she was like, had apprehension toward like facing me, but I don't know, she seemed a bit insecure by moments, and tired too, I think, and I think she didn't expected me to be that good to annihilate her wrestling cage and her ground game too, because she's a brown belt and I'm no belt, So, I think I gave her frustration, but the other way around now, it's like we work too much with my wrestling coach, my MMA coach, my striking coach. We work hard on every aspect that we could have seen from her, so no surprise for me.
You mentioned the cut. What happened there? Because we were a little confused that maybe it wasn't a catch weight. What happened? Like, did you guys have a discussion beforehand?
So actually, we were cutting weight at the same place at the PI on the morning. So I was doing my stuff. We met like in the morning, early in the morning. She looked like super tired, and I was like, okay. I thought she finished, and I was starting to lose my last kilos, and I still had, I don't know, 700 grams to lose. So I went to the sauna, and she was, in a bad state, in the sauna. And when she saw me directly, she was like, hey, do you want to talk to the commission? And I was like, well, I don't know, we still have time. It's like, why won't you go like until the end, And I was like, I agree with you. I don't want you to to jeopardize your health, because I don't want you to be sick before tomorrow. I want that fight to happen. So I was really, how you say that, divided, because I was like, okay, if she pushed and she go and try to make the weight, maybe she won't be able to fight, and that will be like the biggest frustration of all this last month or ever. I'm like, okay, let's go for it, and so I'll be like, I have less to do as well, so So what happened, I was like, you know what, let's push until the end. So I was in the sauna and I wasn't satisfied with the sauna. So what I do when I cut weight, I'd rather do exercise because I sweat more faster. So I went back to the Fred meal, and after that, one of the person of the PI came and she was like, yeah, Melissa, I want to talk to you. She wanted to catch weight, and I was like, but I just asked her to wait for until 10:30 so we can know, and I talked to my coaches and they were like, we don't used to do that, so go as we used to do until the end. And so I was like, damn, what should I do? I'm tired too. So I started running, and then with all that conversations, the person of the PI was like, anyway, you have to leave in 10 minutes, so you still have to break a sweat, and you're gonna be like super short. And I was like, well, you know what, let's do it, because she went the third time like, yeah, can we talk? And I was like, you know what, let's talk. So we just like, okay, let's go over this. So she succeeded to lose a bit more weight than me, like 300 grams. And I was like, okay, so we do the catch weight, but I just use my time to talk to you. So we go on a catch weight that is good for both of us. And she was like, yeah, okay, I'm good with that. I was like, well, okay. So it was on the morning, like, yeah, so maybe, yeah, 1 hour before the weigh-in, she asked for. So that was a catch weight that was concluded in the end.
What's the plan for the rest of the year following this performance? Do you want to get right back in there? Do you want to take some time off? I figured that would be the answer.
I don't want no time off. I'm coming from Muay Thai, and I used to fight every month, and I'm like really, really sad when I'm like out of the ring or out of the cage. And actually, I was really, really like, I saw me when Volkanovski talked about being far away from the cage, because it's like I really feel like him, and it's not like I have like kids to take care. I mean, I have my dogs, but still, I'd rather be in the cage and be in fight camp. And I would like to come back like in June if possible, like end of June or first week of July will be like so perfect, like to take anyone from like, well, top 10 I'll be happy, but top 15, anyone in the top 15, and make my way up in the ranking, and then have a top 10 for September in Paris. That will be like amazing. Like, so I really would like to, have 2-3 week rest and go back in training camp, fight in June or July, and same fight in September. That will be like amazing. I really aim to be the next champion. Like, that's my goal. I mean, like, I don't care what people say. I mean, I'm here for a reason. I'm not here to just like fight and be like, oh, I'm okay, I'm happy to fight. No. I want to mark my history. I want to mark the history like for France, like we 2 French female fighters in the UFC now, and Manon is like really like close to the title now. Her next fight, I hope, and I want to follow that path and be real quick to escalate the ranking and be the next champ by end of 2025.
Do you believe that you should be ranked 15 because she was ranked 15? So if you beat her, then technically you should have that ranking. Do you feel like that's where you'll be ranked?
To be honest, I still wonder how like the UFC ranking works and who makes it, because I'm really like well ranked in the fight metrics, for example, and why Melissa got the 15th place when she only had 1 fight in the UFC that was against like a girl that was still very green, and my first fight in the UFC was against Jocelyn, who's 13-4. I was 6-1? I don't remember. 7-1. Thank you. And that was her 7th appearance in the UFC. That was my very first fight on the big stage. And I was like, damn, the girl that deserves the most to be 15 is me, regarding all that. So I really think, I was like, okay, maybe it was like a catch weight, but still very close to the bantamweight, and she offered me, I accepted. So that's true, I accepted, but that was still not my idea, So I think I just put on a performance that deserved to be ranked. So especially when, regarding the bantamweight division at the moment, there is not so much spectacular fighters. There is some, but there is some like between 10 and 15 that just are not that impressive, and I think I'm way more impressive than her. So yeah.
Thank you.
Just one for me. Can you walk us through that finish? You landed some devastating knees, and it looked like it caught her in the liver, and then you finished with that beautiful sort of series of head kicks and stuff. Kind of walk me through that. Did you know that those were going to be there available, and was that part of the game plan?
Actually, the game plan overall was like to do my thing, so striking, because that's my thing, and to defend the takedown, and it's like if it ever goes to the ground, I'm also prepared for that, So I had that opening. I didn't thought that she will like bend like this, because that Melissa would bend like this. I was surprised, and I was like, okay, I really just sting her like very well. And obviously when a girl will do that, the high kick just goes directly. That's just like a reflex. That's my body memory. It's like Muay Thai, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you start licking your chops once she bent over? You seeing that there? I mean,
yeah. It's like
highlight.
Yeah, I didn't rush. I was like, okay, what is she doing? And because like now I'm so afraid, like my coaches will like laugh at this, but to make a fault, because sometimes they're like, no, you cannot like kick like this. There is like free thing on the ground. It's like you cannot do that. And I'm like just like watching, and I was like, okay, I can go ahead, and so that was just really satisfying, to be honest, too, because we've worked a lot with Redouane on that, like if the person ever bend or go on the side, bam, I kick, and that worked. And that was a dream of my coach too, which is very funny. Like now, like legit, he dreamed of that 2 days ago. So yeah.
Congrats on the victory.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Nora, to your left.
Yeah.
Did your confidence grow when you saw Melissa's cut and how that affected her?
Like, I wouldn't say my confidence grew. Of course, I know that. To be honest, because when I looked at her thing on Instagram, she was like followed by a nutritionist, like luck that I don't have, especially with my pathology and all that, which is like more complicated to handle, and I was like, okay, that's great. Now because I think before signing to the UFC, she didn't want to be in like a bantamweight anymore, so because it was too hard to go that low, and finally I was like, okay, she's handling her weight great, so that's good for her, and I really thought she will do the make easily this time. And when I saw her struggle like this, I was like, well, okay, well, I was kind of struggling. I mean, weight cut is never easy, so it's like never like the most enjoyable thing, so no, because I think we're like, well, I thought we're in the same state, but honestly, no, I think she was like really kind of dying because of it. And I mean, I'm a human. I don't really enjoy to see anyone like this, but no, it's not confidence growing. But what I thought is that I really felt that's maybe like an animal sense, or I don't know, that she wasn't comfortable around me, and maybe that she claimed her 7-0 to come since weeks on the internet, and she saw me like in real life. Maybe she had second thought that it won't be that easy, and I think I felt that.
This question might be redundant. I might have missed it. Is there a list of names for you in the top 15 that intrigue you, that you're excited about? Like, oh, I want them on my list next.
I don't have names. It's like I'm gonna take in names, It's like anyone. I don't care, as long as they're ranked, and as long I can like make my way up in the ranking the faster I can, because I'm 34, 34, so it's like I'm not 20 anymore, so I just want to go and have the possibility to defend the belt several times. So just give me anyone, I don't care, like give me anyone, I really don't care, I'm ready.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Good. Thank you so much.